Session we will be discussing about fibers which come under paper 2. So what are fiber crops? Fiber crops are characterized by having large concentration of cellulose which what gives them their strength. The fibers may be chemically modified like viscose used to make the rayon and cellophane. Botanically, the fibers harvested from many of the plants are bast fibers, and the fibers come from the phloem tissues of the plant. The other fiber crops like hard fibers and leaf fibers which come under the plant vascular bundles and the surface fibers. The surface fibers are nothing but the plant epidermal tissues. The bast fibers means they are the phloem fibers or skin fibers. So these bast fibers in a plant, fibers are collected from the phloem, that is the inner bark, and sometimes it is also known as the skin, and the bast surrounding the stem of the certain dicotyledon plants. It supports the conductive cells of the phloem and provides the strength to the stem. To have the source of the fibers to utilize the products, the fibers first must be extracted from the plant. So this extraction can be done in different way depending upon the fiber classification. So basically the fibers are classified as bast fibers, hard fibers and surface fibers. So the bast fibers are harvested through retting process. Retting process means what happens here, the microbes are utilized to remove the soft tissues of the plant, and here the fibrous materials remain in the fibers only. So here the bast fibers are harvested through the retting process. Here what happens in retting process, the microbes are utilized to remove the soft tissue from the plant, and only the useful fibrous materials remain in the plants, that is remain in the fibers. And next one, that is hard fibers. So the hard fibers are harvested mainly through the decortication. Decortication means the non-fibrous tissues are removed by the hand or machine. So what happens in hard fibers, there's a process of decortication. So here in decortication, the non-fibrous tissues are removed by the hand or machine. And lastly, the surface fibers. So these surface fibers are harvested through the gigning process. Gigning means, so here there is a machine which removes the fibers from the other plant material. So these are the process of the harvesting of the fibers from the, depending upon the classification of the fibers, that is bast fibers, hard fibers and surface fibers. So bast fibers, there is a process of retting. Hard fibers, there is a process of decortication, and the surface fibers, there is a process of gigning. Okay, so for your syllabus there are two examples of the fibers, one of which is the cotton and the next one is jute. So in this session we will be discussing only about the cotton. So we all know what is cotton. So cotton, it is the king of the fibers, and this cotton, it is the white gold, one of the most important commercial crop of the world, and it is derived from the Arabic word quanta. Okay, so next, cotton remains the backbone of the industrial rural economy, especially in the dry land areas. So the cotton is the king of the fibers, and this belongs to the genus Gossypium. Okay, so and it belongs to the family Malvaceae. Okay, so sowing is usually done in June to July, and harvesting it is done in September to December, and the arrivals extend till the April, and more than 25 varieties of the cotton are cultivated in India. And here this cotton provides the employment to the people. The employment of the people under the cotton process is that 4 to 5 million people are employed through this process, cotton. Okay, so next, classification means here the fibers length are classified. So there are three types of classification of the cotton, that is short staple, medium staple and long staple, long or extra long staple. So the cotton fibers are also classified into three main staples, that is short staple, medium staple and long or extra long staple. So again the cotton, so here the cotton climate and temperature altitude also varies. So the climate, it is a warm season crop. Okay, so cotton is a warm season crop and cotton can be profitably grown in regions with a rainfall of 900 to 1000 mm, and the temperature here, and the temperature varies. In germination the temperature must be 32 to 34 degrees Celsius, and while the crop is growing, that is a growth, so it varies to 43 to 46 degree Celsius. And during night temperature, so it depends upon the night and day. Okay, so the night temperature is 15 to 20 degree Celsius. Here the altitude of the cotton crop is 1200 to 1500 meters. Okay, and the light sensitivity is around 400 to 500 cal centimeter per centimeter day. The type of the soils where cotton can be grown. So cotton is grown wide variety of soils, that we can use the black soil and medium black soils, and under irrigation in alluvial soils and other light soils. Sensitivity to waterlogging and the moderately acid tolerant, and pH must be around 5.5 to 6.0, and ideal depth of the soil must be 0.6 meters. Next, coming to the botany of the cotton. So as I said, it is a warm season crop, perennial woody shrubby, and it is having C3 cycles, and it is intermediate and dicot with cotyledonary leaf and Malvaceae family. It belongs to the Malvaceae family. And here, as I said, it is having a C3 cycle. C3 cycle means it's having a Calvin cycle. Here it is organized into three basic stages. So the Calvin cycle is organized into three basic stages. That is, the first stage is fixation, second stage is reduction, and the third stage is regeneration. So here the Calvin cycle refers to the light independent reaction in photosynthesis that takes place in three key steps, and those key steps are fixation, reduction and regeneration. What happens in fixation? Fixation is the first stage of the Calvin cycle. Here the light independent reactions are initiated, that is CO2 is a fixed form of an inorganic to organic molecule. So here CO2 is a fixed form of an inorganic to an organic molecule in the first stage, and in second stage ATP and NADPH are used to reduce 3-PGA, that is adenine triphosphate and nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate are used to reduce phosphoglyceric acid into G3P, and then ATP and NADPH are converted into ADP and NADP respectively. And in last stage, here the Calvin cycle, here in the last stage of the Calvin cycle, ribulose 1 5-biphosphate, that is RUBP, is regenerated, which enables the system of the preparation for the more carbon dioxide which is going to be fixed. Coming to the cultivation of cotton plant. The various species of the cotton grown as the agricultural crops are native to most subtropical parts of the world and were domesticated independently multiple times. Cotton can be found as a perennial tree-like plant in tropical climates, but normally cultivated as a shrubby annual in temperate climates. Whereas it grows up to 6 meters high in tropics. 6 meters high means it is about 20 feet high. It characteristically ranges from 1 to 2 meters in height. Under the cultivation, depending upon the cultivation, it ranges up to 20 feet or it may be 3 to 6.5 feet depending upon the soil also. And within 80 to 100 days, that is 80 to 100 days after planting, the plant develops white blossoms which change the reddish color. The green triangle pods, called as the balls, that mature after the period of 55 days or 80 days. During this period, the seeds and their attached hair develop within the ball, which increases the considerably in size. The seed hair or the cotton fiber, reaching a maximum length of about 6 centimeters, that is 2.5 inches in long fiber varieties, is known as the lint. The linter's fibers, considerably shorter than the seed hair and more closely connected to the seed, and which come from the second growth beginning about 10 days after the first seed hair begin to develop. When ripened, the balls burst into the white fluffy ball containing 3 to 5 cells, each having 7 to 10 seeds embedded in mass of the seed fibers. The two to thirds of the weight of the seed cotton, that is the seed with the adhering seed hair, consists of the seeds. Here the fibers are composed of 87 to 90% of the cellulose content in them, and 5 to 8% water, and 4 to 6% of natural impurities. Although cotton can be grown between latitudes of 30 degree N and 30 degree to S, that is the yield and fiber quality are considerably influenced by the climatic conditions, and the best quality are obtained while with the high moisture level resulting from the rainfall and irrigation during the growing season and dry warm season during the picking period. And to avoid the damage to the cotton by wind or rain, it is picked as soon as the balls open. But since the balls do not reach the maturity simultaneously, an optimum time is chosen for the harvesting, and mechanically, that means picking carried out over the period of the several days, and which allows the selection of the mature and opened balls also. So next coming, that is so in India, the cotton is mainly cultivated in the states of Maharashtra, Punjab, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, and Madhya Pradesh. It is grown in a black claying soil with warm climate. When the plant starts flowering, they give flowers of yellowish to white or yellowish white color flowers, which turns to the red after few days. And this process involving in its cultivation. So in cultivation, there are few processes. They are known as giggling, spinning, weaving, and knitting. And lastly, coming to the uses of the cotton, so we all know where all the cottons are used. So it is basically used for every type of the clothing, from the jacket to the normal shirts. Okay, so in home, so cotton is used, it finds its uses in bed sheets and curtains. Its seeds oil is used in food and cosmetics. It is also used in coffee filters. It is also used to feed the cattle and crushed to make the oil, rubbers, and plastics. So here you can see the few uses of the cotton. So in the next class we will discuss about the another fiber, that is jute. Hope you guys understood. Thank you.